What's happening? I'm at 64 Josh, and here's my 5-star island. It happened. It's happened. I want to take you guys on a tour. My island's not complete. I see a lot of people struggling trying to hit 5 stars. So we're going to take a look. I don't have all the exact answers. I know that talking to Isabel on the regular, she will give you some advice. For me, my last step was flowers. You need more flowers. So I planted more flowers. Now, my island had too many flowers for the longest time. Took me a long time to get rid of some of those flowers, but that was the last thing. Once those flowers came in, I actually forgot to go and check, and I saw Lily of the Valley, which is the flower you get once you hit 5 stars, were growing in my campsite, and I knew at that point that I'd hit 5 stars. So what are some things that I know? A few of the things that I know: fencing helps. Decorating. I've just decorated my island the way I want it to be. So we're gonna take a look at some of my areas and just the way I have things set up, so you guys can see. And it's not about like just throwing a bunch of stuff out. It's kind of about creating the island that you want and how you want it to look. So as soon as she's done talking here we go. We're gonna head out. So the first area that we're gonna see here is my what I call my town, right? I've got the museum, residential services, Nooks, Able Sisters, and then a coffee shop that I've made. That I've set that coffee shop up as the space for the actual coffee shop if it ends up getting put into this game. So starting at the beach, right? My beach over here is pretty empty. It's pretty wide open. Okay. I've got a little bit of fence there for my scooter rental. There's some fencing around the museum with the shrubs, same as the two dinosaur skeletons here. So pretty simple. There's just some benches. Added a handful of flowers. Used some more fossils to decorate with. Okay, and so moving right along. This is kind of like my boardwalk area. If you guys have seen my other YouTube videos, you've seen probably most of these places. Some things on the beach look like, just kind of make it look like people are hanging out here, right? And that's the idea in my mind, is just to make it look like a place where people would want to hang out. Coffee shop, again, I've customized some things. I've added more fencing, because from my understanding, fencing is important. Heading over to the like cafe area. Beach is pretty simple. Just a few chairs, a few stools with some coconut juice on them. Got a few switches here. I decided to make this area 2 stories, right? Got a little arcade. Got the lava lamps going there. Got the palm tree lights. So this is kind of it for town. That's basically it. Moving up over here, I created this custom path. I've got a little, I don't know, picnic area right here with just some wildflowers growing. Haven't done much with that yet. I think I'm gonna continue with the flowers, but again, haven't done much. This is my path to like my Zen Garden. The waterfalls are always super loud. Okay, so here's my little like Japanese Zen Garden. A couple Lily of the Valleys have started growing up there. You can see 2 of those right there. So now heading up to this area where my house is, it's completely unfinished. All I have is flowers growing. You can see I started terraforming there. That was like one of the first areas I hit with the shovel, just to see what it would do. And I never fixed it. I didn't I just haven't messed with it anymore. Same with over here. I just got flowers growing like crazy, but I did a little terraforming there. Never completed it. Okay. So there's areas that are incomplete, but I'm still sitting at 5 stars. Open this up to be able to see red. Here is just a little like gym area for the residents. This is kind of the residents, basically my residential area. They got a little public pool, little playground. You can see their houses. There's Lopez sniffing the flowers. Over here, I added a couple, you know, just a few little scenes. There's a tiny library. Somebody's doing a painting of the rock. That's Rold's recliners. He likes to chill out over there. We still got some ants. See, I even have a turnip on the ground. Okay, there's a turnip on the ground because I want people to be able to get ants when they're here, if they need them. I created a little like kind of rose garden here that Tia's currently fishing in. Just use some custom paths. Again, more fence. The way I snuck some fence in is behind all of their houses, as you can see right here. There's just a little bit of fence behind every house, because again, from what we understand, fencing is needed. And somebody may have a video that goes into the exact detail of what you need. I'm just going to show you guys what I have. I'm just going to showcase what I've done, and it's got me to 5 stars. I customized my lighthouse area. Now, not everybody has this piece of land that they can do this. I get comments regularly on this video like, how did you get land out there? Did you terraform it out there? And I'm like, no, it's just the way your island was made. So keep that in mind. If you're starting the game fresh or you decide to start your island over, you can make sure you have that piece of land out there if you'd like. I got weeds, guys. I decorate with weeds. I think the weeds make my camping area look very natural and very cool. So I decorate with weeds. These flowers are growing out of control. All right, I gotta pick some of those. There was my first lily of the valley right there. That was my first one. But as you can see, the weeds are getting a little bit out of control. But they're not. I'm not getting dinged for them. I will, if they start getting in my paths and whatnot, I will clean them up and just make sure they're kind of on the outside. But I still have the 5 stars. Was able to decorate with weeds, and I'm glad that that's allowed, because in the last games you had to have no weeds, and weeds are gorgeous in this game. They help it feel more natural and less just flat. Again, my trail here, I've used a lot of fence on the top side of the trail. There's only one way to enter this and one way to exit, and so I used fencing to keep people out. There's a handful of waterfalls that you can see. And again, I just threw in some random flowers, and flowers have even started growing, you know, just on their own like they do. So making our way down, I just want to get down to this area, but I used lots of bushes to also keep people out. So you have to enter through this entrance. You have to take the trail. All right, so more waterfalls, as you can see, more fence. And I like the look of the barbed wire, like it was like gonna really keep people out, you know. So moving right along, jump all the way over, get down inside here. And this is the last area. I've got some custom designs, a few benches. You know, there are flowers that have been planted that are growing. Again, a couple more weeds up there. I threw weeds out as because I liked them. And that's it. I've pretty much just designed this how I wanted it, and I didn't focus too much on like trying to win an objective or whatever. I just created the island that I wanted and was able to get to 5 stars. So you can do the same thing. Create your island how you want it. Remember, sometimes less is more. You know, my island could change tomorrow and Isabel could tell me, hey, you have too many weeds. Okay, then I just go and clean up a little bit, pick a few, but we know that we're allowed to have some. Right? So you can have some weeds, you can have that turnip out, and still have 5 stars. So most importantly, just have fun. Don't be overwhelmed by this. If you are kind of overwhelmed by Animal Crossing, go check out another video I have on not being overwhelmed and just how to come up with some fun ideas to really make your island your own. And yeah, that's gonna do it for this one. So this is my 5-star island. Hopefully you can take something away from it to be able to get your island to 5 stars. Let me know in the comments if you end up hitting 5 stars, if there were some things that you were able to do to your island. Isabel is your key. Talk to Isabel on the regular. She will give you the instructions you need. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Bye now.